Hey everyone, it is your girl, the one, the only, Spicy. I'm dead, I said that so low. It is your girl, the one, the only, Spicy, and I'm here today with another general love reading. First and foremost, happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to all of my brothers and sisters, descendants of Africa. Essentially, that's everybody. But we're not gonna get into the science and history behind that. But for the most part, happy Juneteenth. I hope everyone was able to spend the day as they saw fit. I know that it was actually announced in my state that the governor basically declared it a holiday, so everybody was off today. I don't work on Fridays anyway. I don't work on Fridays, but it was cool. I was definitely glad that he did that. And then he also made some, strides and advancements towards crisis intervention, mental health training, more mental health supports, and different things like that, as it relates to the police and how they deal with the public and whatnot. But I mean, I was happy because I felt like it was a step in the right direction, and then also just opening up the conversation. Hey, Chocolate Beauty, and then also just opening up the conversation that we've essentially been waiting for. So it is what it is. So happy Juneteenth. And like I said, if you spent the day honoring your ancestors, if you spent the day out in nature, if you spent the day, dancing in your room, I don't know, shit. Like, however you spent the day, if you spent it in meditation, or just doing reading, doing the required readings, whatever you spent the day doing, I just hope that it was in honor of ancestors and the people that came before us. So, yeah. Other than that, I hope everyone is well. This week was a very, I think this week was it was fast. Like, I feel like the days went by really fast. And that's only because I'm completely engrossed in my work as a psychiatric social worker. So it's it just felt like this week went by fast as hell. But hey, it is what it is. It's Friday. I have a drink. I hope you have a drink as well. I have a drink. I be working out hard. I be going in. So whenever I have the opportunity to just relax and take a rest day, I really take my rest. Because when I tell you, between strength training and doing MMA, your girl be tired for real. But it is what it is. I hope everybody is well. The reading for today, of course, I'm going to do how I always do, which is a general reading. Let's just see what's going on right now. And then we're going to get into basically asking a question that was inspired by Juneteenth and basically everything that has been going on in society as far as with our revolution. And that question is how can you better take care of yourself and then also take care of your community? And then we're gonna switch it up. Because I believe in duality. So let's switch it up. It's a love reading, so I'm gonna ask a love related question as well. And that one is, are they a dusty or are they a real one? So we just gonna let the cards tell us. You can have anybody that you want to have on your mind. And we're gonna find out if they a dusty or if they a real one. I'm deciding to take the hypergamous life path, which is essentially falling into my femininity, raising my standards and expectations, and really not settling for less. I'm not settling for a dusty. If you're not settling for a dusty, go ahead and hit the hearts, because I'm not settling for one. So I've decided to take a hypergamous lifestyle, which is essentially putting myself first, increasing my femininity, and in the hopes of, getting myself into a higher vibration so I can meet a masculine man who is a provider, who is committed, who is honest, who is loyal, who will be a great positive role model to my son, and etc. If you want me to share my list, I can share my list of things I asked for, because it's really not a lot. it's really not a lot, but it is, you know, things that a lot of people just aren't committed to being. So it is what it is. We all manifesting something, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I have my drink. I hope you have yours. Please drink responsibly. I'm drinking because I am an adult and I've burned the calories this week to do so. So let's get it. I'm dead, y'all. I'm dead. Make sure you check me out on YouTube at Spicy Brown Tarot. The link is in my description box. If you would like a private personal reading, you can DM me. And I have no issues with telling you my rates. And also, I'm going to be doing half off pretty soon in August for Leo season because I am a Leo. I shine bright like a diamond during that time of year. So let's get it. And also, tomorrow is the first day of summer. It is the summer solstice. So I will be out partying in New Jersey. I don't know if I'm going to post on my story. I probably am because when I get lit, I like to post and shit. So we gonna see how that goes. Chocolate Beauty says, I got my drink and my two-step. I'm dead. Oh my God, I'm dead. Like, that was funny as hell. All right, so let's get into it. Let's just do our general reading. I be talking a lot in my intro, for real. But let's get it. I already cleared out my space. I had like a little tiny ass droplet of Florida water left that I had in the spray bottle. So I went ahead and used it for this occasion. Only because I didn't feel like putting up with the Palo Santo and stuff and the smoke. I ain't feel like putting up with that right now. So it's smelling great over here. It's smelling great. So let's just see. Actually, I probably should have, well, I don't know. I always be going to the goddess deck first, but it is what it is. I probably should have messed with the Kipper deck to see what was going on, but so I have a couple cards that came out. I'm going to just take them. So it seems like it's just a continuation energy. I feel like from the past couple of weeks or even the past couple of months that I've been using the goddess deck, but I'm gonna go ahead and get just one more card because I feel like I'm being called to. When I tell y'all, like, Kuan Yin, every single week, like, Kuan Yin always comes out, like, every single week. And Kuan Yin, to me, I feel like is more than just about compassion. I feel like she's about forgiveness as well, because in order to be able to forgive someone or to even be able to forgive yourself, you have to be compassionate. You have to, you know, humble yourself and also realize that, you know, the things that you didn't know in the past, like, you can't blame yourself for not knowing those things, you know, and you can't, because the fact of the matter is you were never taught. Like, and this is what my friend and I was talking about, like, when Yana just be like, yo, you really cannot blame yourself for certain things that happened to you or certain decisions that you made when you just didn't know better. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just getting a really big message that has to do with your own home foundation and like your own home foundation. And so when I think about home, I also think about the root chakra, which is, give me 1 second. Xavier, yes. Can you close the door, please? Sure. So Xavier's watching Minecraft, and I don't know if y'all are like into Minecraft or know about it, but like these gaming channels, they really be out the way. Hey, they really be out the way because they really consume these kids' time. But I don't know. I think Xavier's gonna do something with like engineering or something like that, or like he's gonna be a creative person like me, also like building stuff. I kind of get that vibe. But anyway, I really see that there's a lot going on with your home foundation. So like with your root chakra stability, which is located, it's the first chakra, was the base chakra, so it's located like basically like your feet. it's down there. So I mean, different ways that I like align my root chakra and stability, and it's so simple. It's just like walking around barefoot. You know, it's like what, like, but walking around barefoot for some reason it really helps. But that's just random. But anyway, yeah, I feel like you're really focused on your root chakra and stability right now. There's a sense of you trying to create more of a spiritual space for yourself. So I mean, this has been coming up since we are at home and whatnot, and just doing a lot of creative and spiritual, you know, work and growth at home. So it's like this, like I said, it's just a continuation of what I kind of already saw. But I feel as though forgiveness and also forgiving yourself for what you didn't know when you were younger is also something that's coming up. So you might be doing a lot of like, you might be having a lot of like sporadic healing moments where it's like things come up from your past, maybe things that came up from when you were younger, like within your childhood come up, and then it's like you think about these things and then you realize that you hadn't really like resolved them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's weird, but like I'll have these random moments where it's like I think about things that happened to me in my past, and then I'll like sit with it, and then, you know, essentially have to forgive myself for, you know, things that have happened to me or decisions that I made just based off of a lack of knowledge and just based off of it's ignorance. You just didn't know. You know what I'm trying to say? When people hear like shit like, oh, like ignorance, they take it so personally as if you're supposed to know everything, and that's just, it's false. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a lot of like humility that I even have to exert, because I don't know everything. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And no one knows everything. You could be a whole genius, but life gives you certain lessons that you can't just read in a book. Like, you have to actually experience those things. So I just feel like there's a lot of, you know, consistent healing, and I kind of got the vibe too that you might be having like those sporadic healing moments, you know. But yeah, what else is going on? Y'all are still focused on looking good, looking sexy. That's coming up here as well, and I feel like that has been coming up. I feel like last week Aphrodite came up as well, and I feel like I feel like I've been talking a lot about, like, you know, beautifying yourself or doing different self-care routines and just different rituals and things that make you feel, hey, El Cha-Cha, and just different things. I don't have my context in, but just doing different things that, you know, make you feel good about yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Which in turn is going to extend into your external world and how people see you and how you show up in the world, just being more confident, feeling more beautiful and whatnot. It's so funny, like the image of Lizzo just popped up in my head, and it's funny because people be trying to come at Lizzo crazy. They be trying to cancel her so crazy, like they be trying to cancel her. Oh my God. But I also think it's because like society at large tends to be very fat phobic, you know. That's just how I see things, but we ain't gonna get into that. We just gonna stick to this for now. But yeah, I think you all are also focusing on your creativity and just doing things that make you feel good, and, you know, trying different creative endeavors and whatnot. And whether you know it or not, like what it is that you're doing, you're actually honoring God, and you're honoring spirit, and you're honoring your ancestors by stepping outside of yourself and doing these things. I feel like you've been held back a lot when it comes to your stability and safety, just feelings of being safe within like who you are. So I feel like the step number one was having to forgive yourself and have compassion with yourself, which is why I feel like Kuan Yin keeps popping up every single week. And then I feel like the next step after that was taking care of yourself, having those different routines and rituals and different things like that, like self-care routines, you know, and getting snatched and getting sexy. Like, I feel like that was literally the second step. And then I feel like this third step now is actually extending it further and creating something from a place of confidence, from a place of self-esteem. So now it's like you're really working with that solar plexus energy. You feel what I'm trying to say? And putting these things out into the world. I feel like that was step 3. And as you're literally employing all of these steps, it's like you're honoring God. You know what I'm trying to say? You're honoring spirit. You're honoring your ancestors. Like, so I feel like it's a lot of shit that you've been doing, but yeah, like I feel like everything that you're doing, and especially the honoring that you're doing, is really what's gonna bring about a change. So good for you. That's what I see what's going on right now. That's a little General John. Like, I'm dead. That's a little thing in general. But yeah. Hey Aisha Muhammad. Hey. Let's see what Il Chacha said. What's the question? Oh, we have 2 different questions today. The first question is, how can you better take care of yourself and your community? That's just inspired by Juneteenth. And then, because you know I'm all about duality and shit, the second question is are they a dusty or a real one? And I just found that to be funny as hell. Like, I wrote that question down like a while ago, because that's something, well, I write down all my YouTube question ideas for my videos, and that's just funny as hell. Like, it's funny as hell. So for the first question, let's go ahead and get started, because your girl be talking a lot. I be talking a lot. So let's go ahead and get started. How can you better take care of yourself and your community? I'm going to be messing with I think this is called the power deck. The power deck. And this isn't even like an oracle. I mean, essentially it's an oracle deck, but it's not like marketed that way. You know, it's not marketed that way, but it is what it is. Oh, actually, I feel like this is on my mind and I have to say it. So through this revolution, a lot of shit has, my outlook and perceptions to a lot of things have changed, especially towards a lot of people within the spiritual community. Now, I follow a mystic on YouTube, and her name is Bohemia, and when she first brought it up to my, just brought it up and was posting about it, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I could understand that. But until like the deaths of, you know, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, like that's when shit started becoming a little clearer to me. I've realized that a lot of these like spiritual based companies, stores, mystics, like individuals, diviners, tarot card readers, you know, healers, like a lot of these like white, a lot of them that are white, and then also people of color as well, just not black. Like they really show like who they truly are. And I feel like they really, some of them really just like overlooked the whole situation. They didn't comment on them, they didn't say shit about it, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I feel like if we're all supposed to be healers and we all are sent here essentially with the same task, we just have different responsibilities within that task. Like, we should all be standing as one, and you know, in a place of solidarity. But it just isn't that way. So I definitely had to unfollow a lot of tarot card readers. I had to stop watching people on YouTube. I had to stop following people's pages just because I fuck with the inventory and fuck with the crystals and different stuff like that. But I feel like if you're not gonna, you know, stand in and do as much as you can within the revolution, if you're not going to align yourself with what's going on, then I don't have shit to say. Like, I don't need to benefit from your knowledge. I don't need to benefit from your spiritual wisdom. I don't need to benefit from none of that. So, I don't know. I just felt like I had to say that, because when it was first brought to my attention, I didn't really think too much about it till I started seeing the shit actually play out. And I was like, it's not going to happen. Not today. So, just watch that too. Like, and I'm not trying to say it because, oh, you should watch me and listen to what I say because I'm a black woman. But at the end of the day, like, if you are a mystic and a healer, then you got to be here for everybody. You feel what I'm trying to say? And show your support for everybody. So I felt like that's just something I had to say. But let's get into it. How can you better take care of yourself and your community? All right, let me go ahead and get some tarot cards as well, just to expand my message. I think I'm going to use, I think this is like the everyday tarot or something like that. everyday tarot. I don't know, but all right, so how can you better take care of yourself? Let me get one more. Chanel says, man, I found out someone was a dusty today when he said he don't support Black Lives Matter. Was he a black man? Was he a black man? Let me know. Let me know. Let all of us know. All right, so how can you better support yourself? First and foremost, the message that's coming to me is listening to yourself, listening to your inner voice. That's how you're going to be better able to support yourself. So following your intuition, following those gut feelings. And I feel like your intuition is going to consist of you being able to have two healthy, functioning chakras, which would be your solar plexus as well as your third eye. Oh, and then also your crown chakra. So I guess that would be 3. Yeah, that would be 3. I feel like being able to follow your intuition consists of you having those chakras, you know, healthy, functioning as they should. I'm getting the feeling that I mean, it doesn't have to be all, but I'm getting the feeling that like people have been hard on themselves, potentially hard on themselves because the way that things are going now, personally for you, mind you, this doesn't have to do with your community yet. We're gonna get into that, but I feel like things that have personally been happening with you, I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia or reminiscing on the past, but the past is over, and the past in a sense is dead. And I feel like you might look back to, it's like a melancholy type of feeling where it's like you might look back at the past and at some beautiful moments that you might have had in the past, and maybe your present life a little dry right now. Like maybe it's a little dry, maybe it's a little uneventful as far as with, you know, things happening externally. You know what I'm trying to say? Potentially not with you, because you have a lot going on. You feel what I'm trying to say? But I feel like it might appear to be a little dry, and I feel like this came up in my last reading where it's like things not popping and you're not buzzing like you feel like you used to in the past. But I feel like some people have been hard on themselves and have been really focused on the past and of a time of the past, which is like a distant time, like, you know, like you can't get the past back. And I feel like there's been a lot of disappointment maybe over the current state of things. And I feel like how you could better take care of yourself is returning like back to the basics and making things a little simpler for yourself and focusing on reality. That's what wanted to come out, but also your present day reality. Like you can't get the past back, and though there were beautiful things that might have happened in the past, though you may have been a different person in the past, I feel like it's okay to mourn. It's okay to mourn the past and what you've had, but I also feel like it's important for you to step in to the present, current day, and what you can accomplish now. I'm kind of getting the vibe that like if you're like me, you probably had like 10,000 different creative ideas that you've never completed and finished. Not to say that you didn't finish any of them, but that you could have a list. Like, I have a list of things to do. I have a list of things to do, but for the most part, I feel like you might be hard on yourself for maybe not even accomplishing those things. But all that you can do now is, like I said, is take it step by step. Be based in what is currently going on. Be based in reality and in the present day. And that's where I feel like you'll be able to take better care of yourself, because you'll be more present. And you'll be able to make more accomplishments and strides, as opposed to thinking back to the past when things, you know, might have been different for you. You might have had less responsibility so that you were better able to accomplish certain things. Life might have just got the best of you now. You feel what I'm trying to say? But I feel like how you could better take care of yourself is just by listening to your intuition, and I feel like also letting loose a little bit. So for some reason, I'm kind of getting like moon energy vibes, but not necessarily like the delusion and the confusion that comes with the moon card, but more so like just being wild and just not being afraid to step into, you know, and to engulf yourself in some emotions, that I feel like people like in your shadow side. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to be like, oh, just start running rampant in your shadow side, but not being afraid to like confront those energies and transmute them into something better. So I don't know, I'm just kind of getting the vibe that, like, you know, people are just disappointed with the current circumstances, their present circumstances and situations and how things are, and just being really nostalgic looking back to the past. But I feel like something that you should know is like there's a new day and there's beauty that you can create in your present moment. So if you follow your intuition and just like lighten up, is the kind of the vibe that I'm getting, like lighten up with the disappointment and with the guilt and whatnot. It's okay to be nostalgic, but I also feel like you can't, you know, stay in that vibe for too long, because it takes away from your present and then the moments that you can create, which make up your future. So all right, let's move on. How can you better take care of your community? How can you better take care of your community? All right, so the first thing that comes to mind, and I ain't even pulled the tarot cards yet, is get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in and allow things to happen naturally, and allow things to flow. It's kind of what I'm getting. Allow things to flow. Lots of water energy. Whenever I think about something flowing, it's like, you just know how water is. Like, water is gonna go where it goes. Like, unless something physically stops it, like, water is going to flow and it's gonna continue moving. And I just feel as though, like, the best thing that you can do for your community is to get in where you fit in. I feel like when you get in where you fit in and when you allow things to flow, it in a sense contributes more so to your evolution and into your growth. Because I mean, not to say that boundaries are very healthy, especially if you have healthy boundaries, but barriers is where it gets to be like, all right, this is OD, because now you're putting up unnecessary well, not to say that people's barriers are unnecessary, but it's kind of like Nine of Wands overboard. Nine of Wands overboard, like. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting a vibe of where it's just like, it's going to be important for you just to get in, you know, where you fit in, to be at ease, to be peaceful. I think that's the best way that you can support your community. Everyone, I mean, for the most part, everyone is taking a different stance when it comes to, you know, the revolution. People feel passionate, and who is to say, you know, that someone feeling passionate is wrong? I know that me being a Leo, oftentimes when I'm passionate about something, it doesn't mean that I'm angry about it. It just means that I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. So I'm putting a lot of energy into the message that I'm trying to convey. Some people are being really harsh with the messages that they're conveying, in which other people are being, you know, just peaceful and just open about it. So I feel like, not to be like, you can't be aggressive and be, you know, straightforward, angry, and direct, and all of these different things, but I don't think that those things are mutually exclusive either, you know? Yeah, I'm just kind of getting the vibe that it's all about peace, and it's all about, and I feel like it's all about meeting with like-minded people too. So I feel like if you know, want to get out and you want to make a change and flow with this energy, it's going to be all about you, you know, I feel like joining up with like-minded people, communing with like-minded people, with people I feel like that can understand your message. And I mean, honestly, as a Black woman, like, I don't think, and this is just me saying this, I don't think it's my job to sit here and educate people about Black plight in American society. Like, I don't think that it's my place to educate anybody, because there's too many historical moments, there's too many books out here, well, not to say too many, there's a lot of historical moments, there's a lot of books that you can read, there's a lot of documentaries that you can watch that are out there, have been out there, and I think it's all about your own, you know, your own motivation to be able to get out there and to learn and your own endurance to be able to stomach this information, because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot that has gone on as far as with Black people, and just even looking at world history, it's a lot. So I feel like for me as a Black woman, it's not really my place to sit out here and educate people. Like, I like, you've done enough. Like, you really done enough. I've done enough. Like, and not to say that I'm not going to keep doing work, but up to this point, I've done a lot. Like, let's just keep it a bean. But for the most part, I feel like the best way that you could, stand in for your community is by communing with like-minded people, joining up with like-minded people. Let's see what else it says. Yeah, joining up with like-minded people. For some reason, I get the vibe too that a lot of people have ideas. A lot of people have things that they want to contribute. So if you have, for some reason, I'm getting that someone wants to create like, and this is not even just me, somebody wants to create a foundation, a nonprofit, like someone wants to bring more awareness to the situation. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, look, like, go ahead and start laying the groundwork and start laying the foundations for what it is that you want to accomplish, for what it is that you want to do for your community. But I think the best thing that you could do right now is to actually start meeting up with like-minded people that think the same way, and also people that are willing to contribute and to invest into whatever idea it is that you have to change your community, like, or to improve upon your community rather. Yeah, I feel like the best thing that you could do for your community as well is to be flexible and to transform with the times. So there's a lot of different like laws, rules, and regulations that actually are not applicable to our current society, and I feel as though it's important for, people, someone, groups, nonprofits, foundations, like, it's important for leaders to actually point that out so that things can start to change and transform, because society itself is not stagnant. But why is it that these laws and rules and regulations that govern our way of life and our way of being, why are they outdated? Like, I don't understand. It's like trying to fit a circle into a square peg. Like, that shit just don't fucking work. Like, it might have used to be a circle. It might used to be a square, actually, that could fit into that square peg. But in 2020, it said no more. Now it's a circle. What you want to do about it? Like, so that's just kind of how I feel. Like, it's going to be, so for the most part, how can you better support your community? Get out there and start meeting with like-minded people. Start meeting with like-minded people. And even if you don't have the financial means to create something, I feel like being able to meet up with people and that kind of, like, once it's like you might not have shit, but you can meet up with a group of people, and then together y'all can petition or write a grant or do some grant writing for funds. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like it's more so meeting up, getting to know people and putting your skills together, because I feel like some people's issue is that they don't have enough money, is kind of what I'm getting here too. But with the Ace of Coins, it's letting me know that it's not just about money, but it's about an idea, and it's also about your motivation to actually lay a foundation and groundwork. So let me know if y'all fuck with that, because like I told you, your girl be going off of hella tangents. I be talking a lot. But yeah, I really like the vibes as far as with the community and whatnot, and what you can better do to support your community. But I also fuck with the vibes as far as like what you could do to better support yourself, which is to listen to your intuition, listen to your inner voice, be a little more flexible, and just stay focused in the present day and the things that you can accomplish now, as opposed to looking back at your past, what you might have already did, and just kind of being disappointed or maybe feeling guilty or something. It's some type of like disappointment as it relates to the past. But the thing is like the Death card came up here as well, which is an inevitable transformation. So it's not that you can't create something beautiful in your present day. You know what I'm trying to say? There's plenty of beauty to be found, like where you are as you move forward into your future. So that's the vibes I'm getting. So I'm always thankful for this power deck. I don't use it a lot, but when I do, feel like the power deck be coming through. So let me go ahead and move these cards off. And we're going to switch it up, y'all. We're going to switch it up because I believe in duality. I'm dead. I'm alive. So yeah, the next question I'm going to be asking is, are they a dusty or a real one? Are they a dusty or a real one? Definition of a dusty. Yo, there's so many different definitions of a dusty that I could tell you, but yo, I could tell you one of my definitions of a dusty that I've been experiencing recently is like, and I'm not going to generalize this to be like all men. I'm not, but from my own past experiences, I've noticed that some men, like they'll do shit like this. And to me, it is like disqualifies you as being a dusty for real. It's like today, this happened specifically today. And I had pumped my gas because the state I live in, we have to pump our gas. I pumped my gas, right? Tell me why when I got done putting my debit card in the joint, I paid for my gas, I put the gas in the joint, the gas filled up my tank, it clicked, so that's when you know the gas is done, your tank is full. Tell me why this guy really was like, oh, can I pump your gas for you? So you mean to tell me, Mr. Dusty, you mean to tell me that you waited until I was done pumping my gas and paid for it to ask me if you could pump my gas? Like, are you crazy? Like, as soon as you see me pull out that orange PNC bank card, you should have known. Let me step in and pay for this woman's gas right now. Don't wait till I'm done paying for my gas to ask me if you could pump my gas. And you know what I did? I ain't say shit. He asked me if I heard what he said, and guess what I did? I kept it moving, because you're not gonna wait till I'm done paying for my gas to then ask me if can I pay for your gas. Like, that's what this man did in Wawa too. Like, in Wawa, I had got up to the joint, I had got my coffee, I got up to the cash register to pay for my coffee. Like, you just seen me insert my chip, select debit, and put in my PIN number. Why would you then ask me when I'm done paying for my coffee if you can pay for my coffee? That don't even make sense. Like, that don't even make sense at all. But yeah, that's the definition of a dusty. Like, first of all, you can't even provide. Like, you can't even be helpful, but you want my time of day for what? Like, men do that. Like, some men do that. Like, I was at the laundromat, and it's like, I had put 2 of my laundry bags in the car, and not to say that I can't lift it. Like, your girl be strength training, I could lift some clothes. Like, this guy gonna wait till I got done lifting my clothes and putting them in my trunk, then ask me, then was trying to talk to me. If you was sitting there the whole time and you saw me putting my clothes in my trunk, why you ain't asked to help? But you gonna wait till I did that, till I did work? Like, now I got the serotonin in my system, and you think that I'm gonna extend it to you? Bye. But anyway, let's get into the reading. Let's get into the reading. Are they a dusty or a real one? This could extend to women as well, but I don't have any dusty women friends. But hey, it is what it is. We can extend that to that. So, which deck am I going to fuck with? I'm gonna fuck with the Modern Witch Tarot, and then we gonna go from there. Oh, Chocolate Beauty dying. I'm dead. Like, nah, because people really do be doing it. It's like, don't wait till I just did hella work to then try to talk to me. Like, don't wait to offer your services after you just seen me pay. Like, and the thing about me too is, like, I got it. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? So I'm not out here asking people for shit. Like, but get out of here. Are they a dusty or a real one? So I don't know, have somebody on your mind. I think I have somebody on my mind. I don't know. We gonna see. We going to see. Are they a dusty or are they a real one? most, and there's different definitions of dusty. Like I said, there are different definitions. Facts. It is the principle. It is the principle. I didn't realize that I dated a lot of hating ass dusties in my past. Like men that literally, they be so hyped to have you. They be so hyped to have you, and then once they have you, it's like they get mad at those qualities that attracted them to you in the first place. How you mad at me being me? I thought you liked me. You know, hating ass dusties. Oh yeah, dusties too. Men that like, or not men, but like homosexuals, people that are literally just move in with you, so they have a place. They have a place to stay. They start a sexual relationship with you. People be doing that too. People be doing that too. Yeah. Damn. This one wanna come. Damn. I'm sorry. Whoever you got, well, I'm not sorry. Whoever you got on your mind, they seem pretty dusty to me. Like, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I ain't even asked no legit ass question. I just wanted to know are they dusty or not. And they kind of are. I feel like the person that you might have on your mind, for some reason, they have like delusions of grandeur. So they might feel like it's crazy. I told y'all I'm in the mental health field, so I deal with a lot of clients who exhibit, you know, delusional tendencies, and there's actually a delusional disorder. So I have a client that's diagnosed with delusional disorder, but essentially this person has delusions of grandeur. Like they appear as if they're more important than they are, and they do that to make people around them see them in a higher see them like with a higher perception, or like a perception that this person is like the shit. And this person actually isn't really that way. They're just aspiring to be the shit. But the way that they come off to other people is as if they are like some super important person, or this person comes off as if, you know, they got bread and stuff. And me, I don't count people's pockets. But I do know that we live in a society where, you know, people try to, you know, overdo it with the designer. They overdo it with, you know, just materialism and just expensive things to make people seem as if they're important or they somebody because they can afford these things. But I feel as though whomever you're dealing with, I don't think that they have as much money, or they have like a good grip on financial matters, or they're as business savvy as they come off. I think that the person that's on your mind is literally still trying to figure out their money. Like they're still grinding. I don't think they're in a place where they could just sit back and then just get bread. You know what I'm trying to say? They're definitely not in that place, though they aspire to be. It's something that is hopeful. It's hopeful to them. It's something that they would like. But I also feel like this person could be very delusional. So to other people and to even to you, you might think this person is really popping. Like you might think this person is really the shit, but I feel like I don't think that you see them on a day-to-day basis to really see how their life is in more of a practical, grounded way. Because I feel like this person, they still trying to get a grip on, you know, their finances. They're still trying to get a grip on their money, and I think that they aspire to be wealthy, but I don't see them being that right now. So why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? I'm dead. That song was in my head, like, oh my god, like, yeah. I just kind of get the vibe that whomever is on your mind, they have a real like chaotic home life, but it's not like chaotic, like it's abuse, it's fighting, it's all type of shit that's going down, like, you know what I'm trying to say. But this could even be with this person's home has been coming up a lot, so this could also be within this person's, like, you know, root chakra as well. I don't feel as though they for some reason self-efficacy keeps coming up. Like I don't feel as though this person actually sees himself with in a as positive as a light as they try to convince other people to see them as, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like they just kind of being fake. And within the tarot community, people love to say, oh, this person's wearing a mask, or they're wearing a mask. Like, let's just call it for what it is. This person is being fake, and they're relying on the perceptions that other people have of them to shape who they are, when they really should be doing the work on their own to shape who they are, and then to present that out into the world, which is something I feel like you all were doing in the general reading, the one I did in the beginning. So it's like, I don't know, like, it be killing me. It's like with scammers, it's like, if you took all this time to think of an elaborate scheme to scam, then why not take the time to think of something elaborate that is gonna have a foundation, something that you can actually build off of? Like, it's weird. It's weird. Like, you put all this thought into scamming when you could have just put all of this thought into a legit business idea and just made the bread, like, without scamming. I don't get it. But yeah, this person is kind of operating as a false person within themselves. I don't even think it's more so of their fault, but I just think it was something that they didn't receive in childhood, because it's kind of stemming back to the root chakra stability. Like, this person doesn't feel on one accord within themselves, and it's only because they're not being their true and authentic self. So this is stemming further than my definitions of a dusty based off of my real world experiences. Seems like it's getting into the psyche. It's getting into this person's psyche, you know. So let me just take a drink and we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so what else makes this person a dusty? I feel like this person doesn't do enough of the required readings. Like, I just feel as though I feel as though this person hasn't taken the time to, like, actually do the work and to learn, and to, I feel like everybody is experiencing, you know, hard lessons in life, but what makes people grow is your ability to actually, like, be aware, be cognizant, and to actually learn, and to take that knowledge and to apply it to future situations and future experiences, you know, so that you can master those lessons. Like, once you learn the lesson, you know, in the school of life, it's like that's not it. Like, now spirit is gonna put you to the test, and it's gonna, you know, put you in a situation that's gonna require you to utilize the information and the knowledge and apply it. It's like when you do a school program, it's like you learn what you learn, but then you have to do an internship. You have to get out there and actually apply the knowledge in a real world setting. And I feel as though this person just tries to breeze through life. They just try to push forward. They don't actually, they're not aware of, like, what's actually truly going on. It just kind of seems like this person might be living more so in a 3D view of things. And I mean, we all do it. Like, oftentimes it's like you might be really woo-woo at one point in time, then you might be really based in, you know, 3D realities and just, you know, the physical world. But I feel as though, and the duality comes from being able to do both, because you still have to be present, right? Which is literally how you should be taking care of yourself, is by being present. But I really feel as though this person just tries to breeze through. Like, I feel as though this person that's on your mind, they can be very good at manifesting too, like manifesting, you know, things into their reality. Hence is why I feel like people seem to look at them as though they the shit, you know what I'm trying to say, because they do have that manifesting ability. But I also feel like this person just tends to breeze through life without actually doing the required readings, without actually, you know, applying those higher lessons. And I also think that they might be cut off from from actually being able to, like, commune with spirit. So their crown chakra definitely might be very blocked. They're not able to receive those messages, those things that they should be paying attention to. And I feel like instead they just tend to, like, breeze through life. So I'm kind of getting, like, divine masculine vibes right now, because this is the wave that the divine masculine really be on. You know what I'm trying to say? This the wave they really be on, for real, for real. But shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, whomever is on your mind, like, whomever you feel like whomever was on your mind, like, this person also, I feel like they see a value to, I don't know, it's weird. It's like this person doesn't want to be attached either, and they kind of see a value to having like to breezing through like relationships and whatnot. I feel as though they expect relationships not to, like, especially romantic and intimate relationships, I feel as though they expect them not to succeed, you know. And I feel like it's something that this person is fine with, because there's an air of them just wanting to move through life. And I feel like they're also really concerned with how other people see them and whatnot. But when it comes to like legit intimate relationships where it's like a one-on-one type of matter, I feel as though they breeze through these types of things, and it might be because they don't want people to see who they really are, especially on a practical day-to-day, because like I said, I don't feel like you see this person on a day-to-day basis, or you know the routines of their life, or you know what I'm trying to say, or you know how their life goes. So I feel as though they have the ability to like bring people close and really make them feel like they could be their soulmate or something along those lines. But then I feel as though they're also happy with things not working out, so inevitably they just don't. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like a self-sabotaging thing, but I feel like it's something that this person is fine with. I feel like they're fine with I feel like your person has an issue, this person on your mind has an issue with being alone. And I think that's why they tend to breeze through like relationships, or they draw people close and then they separate. You know what I'm trying to say? It seems like they have an issue with being alone, so they're always in a sense like chasing the next relationship, but they don't show themselves, they don't show who they really are, so the relationship ends up failing anyway. But I feel like it's something that they're okay with. I feel like it's something that they're used to, and I feel as though since they have this ability to, they know that people think they the shit, like, you know what I'm trying to say, I feel like they kind of get by on that too, you know, other people's perceptions of them, even though those perceptions aren't actually based in reality. But yeah, let me go ahead and get one more card. Sorry, I had like a whole bunch of cards fall out, so let me go ahead and get one more. Yeah, I also feel like your person is kind of like a Lothario. Is it called a Lothario? Like a Lothario? I feel like that's what it's called. Like where it's just kind of like a playboy or a playgirl. Just someone who just does like just enough, or someone who always moves on to the next opportunity, to the next wave. I feel like that's how this person is. If you were expecting some type of relationship out of this person, I probably wouldn't. I would highly encourage you not to, because it's not like there's anything stable that this person can offer you. I just feel like it's just kind of what they do. Like, as far as like just making people fall in love with them and then just moving on. I feel like this is just something that they tend to do, but there isn't necessarily a promise of anything stable, is kind of what I'm trying to say. And what also makes them a dusty is that they just overindulge within relationships with people as well. They tend to overindulge. So I'm just getting a vibe that like your person just really keeps their options open, and that they're really just kind of like breezing through life and breezing through situations with people. Just a very like physical world, 3D physical world type of person. They just concerned with what they could see, smell, hear, touch. You know what I'm trying to say? They concerned with their five senses, and I feel like they tend to overindulge on those things as well. Meanwhile, they're not working on developing, you know, that other sense, which is going to be your intuition. You know what I'm trying to say? They should call it the sixth senses. Hey, I guess that's why they had that movie, The Sixth Sense, right? The Sixth Sense. I think I just made a connection. I think I just had an aha moment. But yeah, your person, just to back up my messages, and I'll show you the cards, like your person has the Nine of Cups in reverse, and then they also have the Knight of Wands. So like I said, I feel as though if you feel as though if you feel as though everything that I described is a dusty, then it's a dusty, because I feel like this person doesn't really, there is no promise of anything stable. I feel like this person is just kind of like is it called like a fair weather person? Someone who kind of just goes with the wind. You remember when Kenya Moore said, "I'm going with the wind"? Did she say, "I'm going with the wind"? Fabulous, going with the wind, and she kept twirling and shit like that. I don't want to compare your person to Kenya Moore, or the Real Housewives, but I feel as though like your person is just kind of gone with the wind. They just kind of go where I feel like the energy takes them. And they also got the Chariot card as well. So I don't know, like whomever you had on your mind, they coming out really dusty-ish to me, especially with, you know, trying to make people think that they're something that they're really not. Just something that they hope to be. That's funny as hell. That's actually funny as hell. I'm gonna go ahead and get one more card because it seems like my time is winding down for today. Yeah, so I wouldn't expect nothing with this person. It seems like this is the Three of Swords card. It seems like for some reason past, present, and future just came to mind. But it also seems as though if you were expecting anything with this person, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles within the reverse. What else? You have the Seven of Swords there. I just feel like this person has to be able to get onto one accord within themselves. And I just get the vibe that this person is like a playgirl or a playboy or someone who hasn't actually been able to resolve things within themselves. I feel like they're dealing with very chaotic energies, even within, their self and their being. I feel like they try to come off as if they're something that they're not. I don't see them taking relationships serious. I feel like they tend to emotionally express themselves to everybody. I just kind of get the vibe that like, if you wasn't there, it would be somebody else there. And I feel like you know that too. You know what I'm trying to say? If you didn't know that, I guess you know that today. That there would be somebody else there too. And they tend to overindulge themselves within, these relationships with people, or getting to know different people, or even being able to have sex with different people. So I don't know, the Devil card didn't come up, but I do feel that your person could definitely be bound to other people's perceptions of who they are, as opposed to just spending the time to be grounded and to develop who they are, within themselves. They kind of just rely on how other people see them. They might be really focused in materialism. The Nine of Cups in reverse is also very selfish energy. And it also could be overindulgence in drinking and different stuff like that. So I feel like your person might just be overindulging and having fun with multiple different people, or just trying to shoot their shot and whatnot. Distorted Aries energy is kind of what I'm getting. Distorted Aries energy. I'm dead, but it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I asked 2 different questions today, in addition to doing just a general reading, just to see where everybody's at. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know I added in some additional commentary, things that I felt like I just had to say, but it is what it is. Please make sure you check me out on YouTube at Spicy Brown Tarot. I also have interactive pick a decks on my page. If you want to get to my YouTube page, that link is in my description box. Please make sure that you subscribe. I don't care. You don't have to watch any of my videos. Just support me and subscribe. I definitely would like to build up my subscribers so that it pushes me into the YouTube algorithm, so people could actually start watching my videos and whatnot. But I also got to produce more content. I feel that your girl got a lot of shit going on. Like, your girl got a lot going on. But yes, I hope everyone enjoyed today. Happy Juneteenth. Tomorrow is the first day of summer, I believe, right? Summer solstice, first day of summer. I'm hype. Let's get it. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend, and I will see you next Friday for my general love reading. See ya.